Brookside 1982 to 2003 is one of the hit British TV series, bringing dramatic family stories and twisted situations. But have you ever wondered what the actors who made this movie a success are like now? Join us in looking back at the familiar faces of Brookside, exploring their lives and careers from the time the series ended until now. The amazing changes and the stories behind the spotlight will definitely make you unable to take your eyes off. Claire Sweeney played Lindsay Cockhill in 1991 when she was 20 years old, a strong and determined woman who tries to protect her family. Lindsay is an important character in Brookside with many touching and meaningful stories. After the series ended, Claire Sweeney continued her acting career and became one of the show's famous actors. She also participated in many other movies and TV shows, including roles in Chicago and Legally Blonde. Now at 53, she lives with her son and often participates in charity. She's also a TV host and participates in many reality shows.
I asked them to let me see I begged them to let me see him, but I was just stuck on a plane and told to get out of the country.
Yeah, I bet your feet didn't touch the ground either.
She has addiction problems, and the writers are absolutely brilliant on the show, and I did this lovely scene where
Ricky Tomlinson played Bobby Grant in 1982 when he was 43, a strong and determined man who always tried to protect his family. Bobby is a central character in Brookside with many dramatic and touching stories. After the series ended, Ricky continued his acting career and became one of the famous actors in British TV with roles in The Royal Family and Cracker. Now at 84, he lives with his wife and 3 children in Liverpool. He's also an active social activist, participating in campaigns to protect labor rights and social justice. He's also a music lover and often performs at music and charity events.
Oh.
At first, yeah, maybe.
At first?
Then we might go on somewhere.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah.
And, who's we when Dick talks?
You can sit here and tell a lie to them people. Because once you tell a lie in the game, as you know, you're finished. I have seen them in the broad daylight, the winds.
Stephen Piner played Max Farnham in 1990 when he was 30 years old, an elegant and ambitious man who always tries to overcome difficulties in life. Max is a central character of Brookside with many dramatic love and marriage stories. After the series ended, Steve Piner continued his acting career and participated in various theater and TV projects. He's married to actress Tiffany Chapman and has a daughter named Scarlett Rose. Now at 64, Steve Piner lives with his family and often participates in charity activities and community events. He's also a traveler and often explores new places with his family.
Well, it's not a question of happiness, is it? I don't know. You do your best. I thought you'd have been made up to see that road back to normal. What do you want me to do, a tap dance? Thanks, it'd be a...
I think when I went to drama school, I didn't think I'd be playing a goat that can talk. So it's really incomparable, to be honest with you. And also...
Dean Sullivan played Jimmy Cockhill in 1986 when he was 31, a complex and conflicted man, always trying to overcome the difficulties in life. Jimmy is a central character in Brookside with many dramatic and touching stories. After the series ended, Dean Sullivan continued his acting career and became a famous actor. He has received many awards and honors. Dean Sullivan is also involved in charity projects and is a passionate supporter of children's rights. He passed away in 2023 at 68 after a short battle with prostate cancer. In his later years, he lived in Liverpool and participated in community and charity events.
Teachers go to in term time. I have me dinner there every Friday.
Were they?
Yes, we're there sometimes. We arranged to meet so we could have a guy.
Or so they went on. I had 2 big storylines. One was drug abuse and one was the mental health issues that he had. But they ran for years, and even when...
Sue Johnston played Sheila Grant in 1982 when she was 39, a strong and determined woman who always tried to protect her family. Sheila is an important character in Brookside with many touching and meaningful stories. After the series ended, Sue Johnston continued her acting career and became one of the most famous actors in British TV, with roles in The Royal Family and Downton Abbey. Now at 80 years old, she lives with her family and often participates in charity activities and community events. She's also a lover of writing and has published many books about her career and life experiences.
Damn you, you're so self-righteous, aren't you? Yes, yes, I've wallowed in self-pity. And I've got every right to wallow in self-pity. More right than you have.
Northern News comes on and the show, the Liver Bird, and I go, hey, I love it. And so you think that's a city that's united.
Paul Byett played Mike Dixon in 1990 when he was 19, a young and dynamic man always trying to overcome difficulties in life. Mike is an important character in Brookside with many touching and meaningful stories. Paul Byett continued his acting career and participated in many TV shows and projects. He also became a successful producer and director, working on many film and TV projects. Now at 52, he lives with his family and participates in charity activities. He's also a music lover and often attends concerts and musical events.
Haven't you got a decent bone in that skinny body? Don't you have any morals at all? Yeah, I inherited them all from you. You what? I saw you the other day, slobbering all over them Nazi...
Long time. And as far as teeth goes, he's the man. You just don't beat KJ. He is the man. Hello, I'm Paul Byett, and I've...
Alexander Fletcher played Jackie Dixon in 1989 when she was 13, a young and active girl always trying to overcome difficulties in life. Jackie is an important character in Brookside. After the series ended, Alexander Fletcher continued her acting career and became one of the show's famous actors. She also participated in many other TV projects, including a role in Hollyoaks. Now at 48, she lives with her husband and 2 children and often participates in charity projects. She is also a sports lover and often participates in running competitions to raise funds for charity.
Wiggin, you two are old mates, aren't you? Are you out of your mind? You can't employ her.
Don't talk to me like that. I own this bar, not you.
What's to do with you? Can't you get any decent staff? It's decent customers, this.
She's pretty iconic, isn't she? So yeah, we were all there being the backing singers for the day. And she was lovely. Yeah, it was really good.
And obviously in the continuing...
Diane Burridge played Katie Rogers in 1989 when she was 13, a young and active girl always trying to overcome difficulties in life. Katie is an important character in Brookside with many touching and meaningful stories. After the series ended, Diane Burridge continued her acting career, participated in many other films and TV shows. However, she decided to leave the spotlight and is currently working in the banking industry in Liverpool. Now at 48, she lives with her family and often participates in charity activities and community events. She is also a sports lover and often participates in running competitions to raise funds for charity.
Didn't just leave her. I left you a note explaining. Louise was there in the house. You didn't even notice her.
Arguing is not going to help.
I didn't know. You could have waited. Katie, I'd have missed me plane.
Yeah, I think it was very true to life. I think they did it really well. I just remember thinking at the time, you know, this is what it's like for kids.
Tiffany Chapman played Rachel Jordick in 1993 when she was 14, a young and active girl always trying to overcome difficulties in life. Rachel is an important character in Brookside. After the series ended, Tiffany continued her acting career with many roles in other films and TV shows, including roles in Hollyoaks and Doctors. Now at 44, she lives with her family and participates in charity activities. She is also an art lover and often participates in exhibitions and acting workshops. Tiffany Chapman is also a passionate supporter of women's and children's rights.
If you could borrow some.
Because I'm always lending off people. Max, please don't tell anyone. Me and Meg are desperate. We could lose the house and we need a decent place for the baby.
Yeah, because she was counting on that as well. I mean, she, you know, if she's going to invest time in me, she didn't want it to be wasted. And so, yeah, and that was, and she...
Dorothy Sloan played Annabelle Collins in 1982 when she was 48, a smart and determined woman who always tried to protect her family. Annabelle is an important character in Brookside. After the series ended, Dorothy Sloan continued her acting career until her death in 1990 at 56 from cancer. In her later years, she lived in Liverpool and often participated in charity. She was also an art lover and often participated in exhibitions and acting workshops. She left a deep impression on the audience through her roles and is remembered as a talented and dedicated actress.
Why don't I ring Pauline Matthews?
Who?
Oh, that was her name. She's married to a councillor. Something to do with the Highways Committee.
Stephen.
Jim Wiggins played Paul Collins in 1982 when he was 60 years old, a strong and determined man who always tried to protect his family. Paul is an important character in Brookside with many touching and meaningful stories. After the series ended, Jim Wiggins continued his acting career and participated in many different TV projects. He passed away in 1999 at 77. In his later years, he lived in London and often participated in charity activities and community events. He was also a music lover and regularly attended musical events.
Prehend him. Rambo. Or maybe apprehend is the wrong word. Frightened off?
Vince Earl played Ron Dixon in 1990 when he was 46, a strong and determined man who always tried to protect his family. Ron is a central character in Brookside, with many dramatic and touching stories. After the series ended, Vince Earl continued his acting career and participated in many different TV projects. He also became a comedian and often performed on cruise ships. Now at 80 years old, he lives with his wife and 4 children in Chester. He underwent a successful kidney transplant in 2012 and is currently enjoying life with his family. He is also involved in charity causes and is a passionate supporter of health awareness.
They're going to court.
Yeah, but he's innocent, Ron. The court will find him not guilty.
And what happens if they don't? What happens if they do find him guilty? He'd be facing the death penalty.
Regan plays Terry Sullivan in 1982 when he was 25, a strong and determined man who always tried to overcome difficulties in life. Terry is an important character in Brookside with many dramatic and touching stories. After the series ended, Regan continued his acting career but encountered many difficulties due to personal problems. He was sentenced to prison in 2012 for his involvement in a murder and drug trafficking case. After being released, he tried to reintegrate into the community and participated in charity activities to help those in need. Now at 66, he lives in Liverpool and is writing a memoir about his life and career.
Pencil, lead, free. I'm firing blanks. All them girlfriends worrying about getting them pregnant. Not by me.
Who is your favorite character in Brookside and what do you think when some actors have passed away? Leave your comments below this video. Don't forget to like, subscribe to the channel, and ring the bell to wait for my next videos. Thank you.